Hello, my friends. D.L. Anderson here. Welcome back to Transformation by Truth podcast as we share the truth concerning these last days and what you must do to save yourself from the violent times that are just ahead. Today's podcast is a word of truth accounting of the end times. The end is coming. The end is near. Today's podcast is entitled End Times 204, The Revelation of the Seven Seasons, Part 4. The podcast objectives are reveal how Mystery Babel is a physical location and a spiritual force, analyze the command to come out of Mystery Babel, reveal how none who remain in Mystery Babel possess the seal of Elohim, and reveal the purpose of the destruction of Mystery Babel. This lesson contains timelines and other visuals. Therefore, if you are listening to the podcast, I advise you to watch the video version on our website or YouTube, or request a PDF of the lesson so you can add the visual effect. The greatest punishment yet. Now, in the most recent podcast, we established the purpose of the sifting of the nations, i.e., the third of the seven seasons in these last days. The purpose? To initiate the removal of all the stumbling blocks and those doing lawlessness from the earth. This is in line with the ultimate goal of these last days, that is, to prepare the earth for the reign of Yahushua Messiah and the millennial kingdom. Here is how they are connected. The millennial kingdom will be established within the renewed heavens, and it will be depicted by 1,000 years of peace on the renewed earth and goodwill toward the remnant of man. Here lies the inflection, namely, this unprecedented level of peace and goodwill cannot be achieved under the current conditions of our world. Thus, the need for renovation as it pertains to the heavens and the earth, and elimination as it pertains to evil men. With regards to the elimination of wicked men, said purging will commence with the sifting of the nations, and it will evolve in the ensuing season as we witness one of the most prolific destructions of all time. Enter the destruction of Mystery Babel. As you can see by the timeline below, the destruction of Mystery Babel is the fourth season in these last days. Unlike the sifting of the nations, the destruction of Mystery Babel will not be a global event, even though it will have a global impact. This is due to the fact that Mystery Babel is the most influential nation on the earth. Thus, it would be impossible for Mystery Babel to fall and there be no global impact. Revelation 18, 1-3 reads, "And after this, I saw another messenger coming down from the heaven, having great authority, and the earth was lightened from his esteem. And he cried with a mighty voice, saying, Babel the Great is fallen, and has become a dwelling place of demons, a haunt for every unclean spirit, and a haunt for every unclean and hated bird. Because all the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her whoring, and the sovereigns of the earth have committed whoring with her, and the merchants of the earth have become rich through the power of her riotous living." Revelation 14:8 reveals, And another messenger followed, saying, Babel is fallen, that great city, because she has made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her whoring. Now is time for a revelation. Mystery Babel is a physical location, for John refers to Mystery Babel as that great city and a dwelling place. Therefore, once the sifting of the nations has ended and all the earth has experienced the first wave of severe judgment, Elohim will turn his attention to Mystery Babel. And in that season, Mystery Babel will be dealt a death blow by the mighty hand of Yahuwah, and she will receive the greatest punishment yet. Come out of her, my people. Now, the fact that Mystery Babel is indeed a physical location is evidence to a crucial reality. Vis-a-vis, those who are presently in Mystery Babel must leave before its destruction. Here is why. Elohim has decreed that all of Mystery Babel should be destroyed. That includes everyone who is here at the time of her destruction. Revelation 18:4-5 reads, And I heard another voice from the heavens saying, Come out of her, my people, lest you share in her sins, and lest you receive of her plagues. Because her sins have piled up to reach the heavens, and Elohim has remembered her unrighteousness. This passage is in line with a crucial theme I have been sharing since the beginning of this end time series. That is, there will only be a few spaces left in the earth after the sealing of the set apart ones has ended that can be declared as safe. And once the time of the great distress begins. If you're keeping a list of these safe spaces, make sure Mystery Babel is not on it. For not only is it the opposite of a safe space, it will be the most perilous place in the earth. Here is why. Although every nation will drink of the wine cup of the wrath of Elohim, no nation will be served with such utter destruction, devastation, and obliteration as Mystery Babel. This is precisely why we have been commanded to come out of her. For as John is revealing, all who are in Mystery Babel at the time of her destruction will share in her sins and receive of her plagues. Here's a question. Will Elohim indeed destroy the righteous who remain in Mystery Babel with the wicked? The answer? No, because the righteous will not remain. For it is impossible to be righteous if you disobey the Father's will. Here lies the inflection, namely, all who are in Mystery Babel at the time of her destruction have disobeyed the Father's command. How then can these be accounted for righteous? Is it righteous to disobey the Father? I think not. Therefore, none who remain in Mystery Babel are righteous. None who remain in Mystery Babel possess the seal of Elohim, and none of these will be guarded in this season. They will all perish. Here is why. At some point, prior to the destruction of Mystery Babel, a cry will go out, a cry that only a faithful few will hear, a faithful few who are walking in spirit and in truth. This cry will be a call to action that all who are in Mystery Babel should leave, for the time is at hand. It's time for another revelation. Due to the volatile conditions of the world during the Great Distress, there will be a small window of opportunity to leave Mystery Babel. This is why it is so crucial that we are walking in the Spirit and in truth. For if we do not hear the cry, if we do not heed the call, we will not leave Mystery Babel at the appointed time. That hour will have come and gone. Alas, you may understand Elohim is going to destroy Mystery Babel, and yet you will still perish with it because you do not possess the spiritual wherewithal to leave during the day of salvation. And the truth is, you were never sealed. The system of Mystery Babel. Now, although it is true that Mystery Babel is first and foremost a physical location, you must appreciate how it is also a spiritual force. Specifically, it is a collection of anti-Mashiach spirits enticing men and women to walk contrary to the Father's will. For this cause, it is not enough for you to come out of Mystery Babel physically, if you are currently there. You must also make sure that you are not spiritually connected to the system of Mystery Babel, for it has permeated the entire earth. The question of the hour then is, what is the system of Mystery Babel? And how do you make sure you are not connected? The answer: the system of Mystery Babel is the collection of all the spiritual offshoots of the anti-Mashiach forces at its foundation. It's time for our next revelation. The fact that the system of Mystery Babel is spiritual in nature proves that it cannot be understood apart from the spirit of Elohim. This is yet another reason why we must always walk in the spirit and in truth. Else, you may very well be connected to the system of Mystery Babel, even though you have physically departed, and even then, you will not be saved. This speaks to the purpose of this season, that is, to destroy the anti-Mashiach system that is Babel once and for all in the earth. For Mystery Babel is not the first manifestation of Babel in the earth. It is the seventh, and it is the final. We will discuss this matter further in future podcasts. For now, you must appreciate how the Father will destroy Mystery Babel, and he will destroy all who are physically and spiritually connected to it. None shall survive. Now, here is the final word. The fourth step in surviving these last days is avoiding the destruction of Mystery Babel. For this cause, we will spend a great deal of time in future podcasts analyzing the physical and spiritual facets of Mystery Babel. Until then, you must appreciate how all who are in Babel at the time of her destruction will perish, and none will be saved. Now, many will fall into the felonious trap of misappropriating Abraham's line, wilt thou also destroy the righteous with the wicked, when Elohim was preparing to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. As you will see, this line does not apply in this situation, for none who are righteous will be in Mystery Babel at the time of her destruction. As I said before, the call will go out at the appointed time for the chosen elect to flee for the appointed time makes haste. Even now, the Spirit has warned us that the time is near, and many are in the process of planning their departure, and many have already left. Now, it is true that the entire world will be sifted and experience terrific judgment at the mighty hand of Elohim. But no other nation will experience the punishment and the complete annihilation that is upon Mystery Babel. Remember, no one will survive her destruction. Moreover, she will be so terribly obliterated, no man will ever dwell in Mystery Babel again. Such is the fate of all who are proud against Elohim. Now, here is what's next. We completed today's podcast, End Times 204, the revelation of the seven seasons, part 4. And the next podcast is entitled End Times 205, the revelation of the seven seasons, part 5. I will post this podcast on Monday, July 31st, 2023. Until then, my friends, continue to be led by the Spirit of Elohim. Continue to watch, continue to pray, continue in fasting, and most of all, continue to be focused, for the end is coming. The end is near.